Hello everyone, let me introduce ourselves. First of all, my name is Galuh Tri Banowati, and the second is Jihan Alifah Nisrina, and the third is Rema Savira Tadete. Today, we would like to present our material is semantic. Semantics. Semantics meaning to understand language. The first one is the meaning of a word that makes a word in the language to be used for communication. The second is the relationship of words to phrases and to sentences. The third is contact with determines the meaning or primitive. Doing semantic is attempting to spell out what it is we all know when we behave as if we share knowledge of the meaning of a word, a phrase, or a sentence in a language. In the next slide is semantic features. Scientifically correct sentences but semantically odd. Colorless green ideas live firstly. The table listens to the radio. This relates to the conceptual components of a meaning word, hamburger, cat, and table, not human. Semantic properties, the components of meaning of a word, meaning collection of properties or features typically with two possible values, plus or minus. For example of componential analysis, there is a baby. Baby has a meaning. The first meaning is young, human, and animate. And the next slide is semantic roles. Words are described according to the roles they fulfill with the situation described in a sentence. The NP describe the role of entities or people or things involved in the action. In semantic role, there are agent, team, experiencer, instrument, location, source, and goal. Agent is the entity that performs the action, and for the team is the entity that undergoes the action. For experiencer is one who perceives something. An instrument is an entity used to perform an action. Location is the place where the action happens, and the source is the place from which an action originates, and the goal is the place where the action is directed. For example, the boy kicked the ball. And the next slide is lexical relations. Analysis in terms of lexical relation. It explains the meaning in terms of the relation with other words. Lexical relations have synonym, antonym, hyponym, prototype, homophones, and homonyms, and polysemy.
Synonymy. Synonymy is the word that have the same meanings or that are closely related in meaning. For example, the synonym of answer is reply. The synonym of almost is nearly. The synonym of board is white. The synonym of buy is purchase. The synonym of freedom is liberty. Antonymy. Antonymy is the word that opposites in meaning. For example, the antonym of hot is cold. The antonym of smart is stupid. Hyponymy. Hyponymy are the words whose meanings are specific instances of a more general word. It has one thing include kind of in another thing. For example, cats and dogs are hyponymy of the word animal. Red, white, and black are hyponymy of the word color. Rose and jasmine are hyponymy of the word flower. Prototypes. A prototype is a word that best represents the entire category as a whole. The concept of prototypes is to help explain the meaning of certain words in terms of resemblance the clearest exemplar. For example, bird is the prototypes of robin, sparrow, parrot, owl, penguin. Vegetable is the prototypes of carrot, onion, potato, mushroom. Clothes is the prototype of shirt, dress, pajamas, gloves, stockings. Homophony and homonymy. Homophony are different words pronounced the same but spelled differently. For example, two, two, and two, flower and flower, meat and meat. Homonymy is a word has two or more entirely distinct, unrelated meanings. For example, bank can be financial institution or of a river. Bat can be flying creature of use in sport. Race can be contest of speed or ethnic group. Polysemy. Polysemy is a word which has multiple meanings related by extension. For example, bright can be shining and intelligent. Head can be of the body and the person at the top of company. Foot can be of a boy and of a mountain and of the bed of the chair.
Metonymy is a figure of speech in which an attribute or commonly associated feature is used to name or design something. A short definition is part of whole. Example, bottle is used for water. Collocation are words that are located together. Example, with make noise, make sense. With do a laundry, do a chore. Word meaning including features, prototypes, stereotypes, relational meanings, degree, direction, reference, and sense take us into semantics of longer expressions. Features is a assignment of binary or unary conditions which act as it can include human and animate. These features may in some instances be released morphologically, in which case they may also be called morphosemantic feature. Stereotypes. Linguistic stereotypes are an existent form of discrimination, since languages are criticized and mocked due to the connection between language and cultural character. Thus, language is significantly related to the identity of speakers. In addition, languages are vulnerable to criticism due to differences in cultural behavior. A stereotype is a fixed general image or set of characteristics that a lot of people believe represent a particular type of person or thing. Racial profiling. One of the more common stereotype examples is stereotypes surrounding race. For example, saying that all blacks are good at sports is a stereotype because it's grouping the race together to indicate that everyone of that race is a good athlete. Gender profiling. There are also some common stereotypes of men and women, such as men are strong and do all the work, men are the backbone, women aren't as smart as a man. Cultures. Stereotype also exists about cultures and country as a whole. Stereotype example of this sort include the premises that all white Americans are obese, lazy, and dim-witted. Homer Simpson of the TV series The Simpsons is the personification of this stereotype. Mexican stereotypes suggest that all Mexicans are lazy and came into America illegally. Groups of individuals. A different type of stereotype also involves grouping of individuals. Skaters, goth, gangsters, and props are a few examples. Most of the stereotyping is taking place in schools. For example, goths wear black clothes, black makeup, are depraised and hated by society.
Punks wear mohawks, scarves, chains, are a menace to society and are always getting in trouble. Sexual stereotypes. Sexual stereotype, on the other hand, suggest that any feminine man is gay and any masculine woman is a lesbian. Those who believe gay stereotypes may also believe that homosexuality is immoral, wrong, and an abomination. Relational meanings. Its core idea is that meanings of linguistic expression, properly understood, are relations between a situation of utterance for the expression and a situation described. Reference and sense. Reference and sense applying to semantics of both words and longer expressions. Reference dealing with relationship between language and the word. Example, my son is in the beech tree. Sense dealing with relations inside the language. Example, my love is like the moon.